Previously on Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony.
He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. Does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Will something like that really happen? Something so cruel.
Well now.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. The victim quiz, not a culprit quiz. The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn out, boring crap. I think it's talking about you guys. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
I am sure everyone is happy. What do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me! Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real... Oh. If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
You don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scenes details.
all right.
Dying makes you more popular? Then we gotta die soon too. Resume.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Alright, Monotaro.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Right now, you're on the threshold.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Well, you killed two of them.
Did you hear something?
They weren't really nice to you in the first place, but...
I didn't hear anything.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial! Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. Can't give up, Himiko! We survived. We can't give up. For the sake of everyone who died.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one? Because you laid your trap there.
She's a savage little
Was
toad.
trap only in that room?
Who said that?
Other rooms may be trapped too.
I agree.
I agree. It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
He was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh my god, this scene was so funny when I saw this. I guess there was no Crosby supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. Oh, bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Stop it, Kiyo.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead.
Oh, Ryoma.
This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect for my soul, bro. Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why didn't no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Ah, that's it. That must be the reason.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
That's right. That's the case. And the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Where are you at? Where are you at? Mister, don't act. Don't look like that.
It has to be you!
He's like, oh no, I've been found.
Kiyo. Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kiyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick, but that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit. Well, Kiyo?
Answer already! Did you do it?
Oh gosh.
What
He's
is
gone
so
loony. Loony.
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
How can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I can move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute.
Maybe.
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used... touch.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right? Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
I'm sure there was something. A landmark that could have been used to determine where the floorboard was. It must have been at the scene, I know it. Try this. Nope. Let's try this. Nope. Okay. Oh, magic circle. Okay, cool. I need an eye, it's not an eye. Okay, let's wait. I need a C. I need an L. Yeah.
That's it! The magic circle! They used the magic circle! Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kiyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Try this, no. Try this, no. Magic circle. That's literally how I solve most cases. Why is it wrong? What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes?
Yeah?
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Oh, is it one of your recording devices
What a
again?
pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
He's ignoring him on purpose.
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
He's gonna keep doing that from now on. Just keep shining the light when everyone ignores him.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
Oh, another power.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Okay.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Yeah. Printer power! He's a printer! I can't! Oh my god.
From your mouth?
I also used magic like that before.
No, you haven't, Himiko.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Kiyo's mouth. He's so proud of that. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Notice anything? Oh! Oh! Look at this clear path. This area in the center is empty. Isn't that just the pathway to the center of the circle? Let's draw on the same in the document. Everyone's staring at me. Oh, crap. It was the wrong one. Alright.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
What? It was all because of Kibo.
Hey, where's my thanks? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
What?
Your what? Why?
Why?
Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan! Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Oh my god. This is hilarious.
Kiyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
But we can't rule Himiko out. I feel like she has something to do with
Since
Angie's
you've
death.
given me the option, I will most certainly object.
Okay.
To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Okay.
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Rebuttal shut down. Alright.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit,
Oh, goddamn it.
then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage.
Ah!
So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko.
No,
The
no.
only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity.
No! You're wrong!
I'll cut through your words! The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kiyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful!
That's exactly correct. What?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kiyo?
Why is she talking like that now?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
That's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
No.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
But I feel like you helped Himiko, right?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kiyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
Chill.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Himiko, you're acting more and more suspicious.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kiyo culprit?
Only for Tenko.
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
He wanted to be the blackened?
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kiyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this...
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Oh, is it transformation time?
Why were you waiting for it?
Kiyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kiyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. We have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Alright. Split opinion. Love this part. The best part.
killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kiyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kiyo!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was found in Kiyo's lab.
So Kiyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kiyo!
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this!
Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. If we vote now, we'll never know the truth. We have to defend that point.
Kiyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kiyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab.
I got this!
But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kiyo's lab.
Kiyo!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kiyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to...
Kiyo!
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery.
I got this!
Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Whoops.
This is our answer.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Yeah.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kiyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Dried blood. Right? Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Yeah.
This is it! The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because it was there before Tenko was killed. Dried faster because the stain was smaller. Well, that bloodstain was rather far from Tenko's body, wasn't it?
I was wrong!
Damn it. Okay.
That's it! The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Isn't that the same thing as before Tenko's murder?
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was.
That's
Angie.
it!
Has to be Angie's blood.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or...?
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
She probably needed the fire
That sounds like something
to
only you would do, Miu.
burn the book. What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue there.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it!
I agree. That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No, Miu.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Monokuma file. Wait, but then it says she was killed with her by her torso. Fine.
Oh no!
Fine. It's probably... She didn't die in the empty room, though. Why was she attacked twice? The caller must have been the big bad meaning to do that. Fine.
This is it! The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from a katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you all... You what? What are... I will not fear. I will not back down.
I knew it. Kiyo is transgender. He is.
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
I knew it.
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Or maybe I split personality.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
I probably have split personality.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
Whoa. Okay.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there,
That's not true. Culprit can't age in such a way that wouldn't leave any blood behind. I'm sure there's a clue with the scene that proves it. I need to confront Kiyo with that evidence. It can't be thrown
You
off
say
by
the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there,
Oh
Shuichi?
shoot, it's that one.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence. Where was there, Shuichi?
No! How can you say something like that when there is no bloodstain? She was not carried anywhere. I am not the culprit. It's all just a delusion. It's not possible. Just not possible. Wait, hold on a sec. Yeah. Making sure I'm checking the right one. Okay.
Oh no!
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room
Ugh.
even if you wiped them
God
down,
damn
there'd
it.
still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Quiet, quiet. Stop talking so fast.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room stains.
What? So you did see blood in the hallway. Why was it smeared all over?
I was wrong!
Wait, what?
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind.
Ah.
There was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi? You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Oh.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence, but there was no evidence. Was there, Shuichi?
I'll cut through your words!
Oh.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
Oh, wrapped around her head, not her mouth. Oh.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie. I was wrong!
Okay.
It has to be you! It's you, Kiyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them.
I guess Himiko didn't have anything to do with it.
Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Oh, Kiyo was preparing everything, and then Angie walked in on him. Oh.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
That's right. Kiyo originally planned to kill someone with the seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then he should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
No, he really wanted to do that seance.
He only needed to kill one for this game. killing 2 is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kiyo? Why you kill 2 of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone. Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter.
Not really.
I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
I feel sorry for Tsumugi. She's the one standing next to him. No evidence. There's no evidence that I killed Angie.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kiyo.
Yeah.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize.
Ugh.
Apologize. Apologize.
Oh, God.
Apologize. Apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize. Apologize.
Oh my god.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
That's so creepy. I have no idea what's happening with Kiyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Okay, whoa.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
These are so hard.
Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
It's so weird that I do better when the...
To continue this debate.
Never mind. I was just saying I do better, but I don't.
Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue...
God, these are
I
so
told
hard.
you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Ah.
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Yeah, oh my god, this is so
Correctio
hard.
speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correctio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit.
Oh my god, finally.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here! Kiyo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dry blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kiyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Got him.